Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Arbitrary 20. In this video we're going to be doing a multi-class build with the Arcane Archer Fighter and the Battlesmith Artificer. It'll mainly be focused on sustained damage and using forced movement. This build is actually part of a series I'm doing where I'm building out a whole party of characters all focused on forced movement. If you haven't already seen the video introducing the series, I'll link it in the card up there. But let's go ahead and get started with the race. We're going to be going with custom lineage. Variant human could work as well. I'd just rather have the +2 as opposed to the 2+1. But obviously the main reason you take one of these races is for the free feat at level 1, and we're going to be going with sharpshooter. And then for our ability scores, assuming point buy, we'll have a strength of 8, a dexterity of 14, a constitution of 13, an intelligence of 15 +2 from our race for a total of 17, a wisdom of 9, and a charisma of 13. And then if you're rolling for your ability scores, I would prioritize intelligence first, dexterity second, constitution third, but make sure you have at least a 13 in charisma for multi-classing. And then in terms of our ideal equipment, all we'll really need is a longbow, a set of half-plate armor, and a spellcasting focus. To start off, for levels 1 through 3, we're going to take 3 levels of Artificer. For spells, there's none that are really required for the build, but Absorb Elements and Fairy Fire would be pretty good choices. And then for our Artificer infusions, the main one we want is Repeating Shot. This will make our longbow a +1 longbow, and we don't need ammunition for it anymore either. And then for our subclass, we're going to be going with Battlesmith. This gives us Battle Ready, which lets us attack with our intelligence. Our Arcane Shot options from Arcane Archer are also going to be based on our intelligence, so it's better if we can also attack with our intelligence so we can just scale one ability score instead of trying to focus on dexterity and intelligence. And then we'll also get our Steel Defender. We can use our bonus action to make it attack, and then its reaction can help defend us or our party. I forgot to mention it earlier, but make sure to pick up the Mending cantrip so you can heal your Steel Defender. And then moving on to levels 4 through 8, we're going to take 5 levels of Fighter here. For our fighting style, we're going to go with Archery. The +2 to hit combos really well with the Sharpshooter feat, letting us mitigate that -5 to our attack roll. And then we'll pick up Action Surge to let us do a little bit of burst damage once per short rest, and then we'll get our subclass, that being the Arcane Archer. And for our Arcane Shot options, as I discussed in the intro video, the main thing we're here for is Grasping Arrow. There's a few other decent Arcane Shot options as well, but this one is definitely the standout, and I think it has the most potential. We can put this on a big target, and the first time they move each turn, they'll end up taking 2d6 damage. Again, like I mentioned in the intro video, this is really strong if everyone in your party has a forced movement option, and this can get triggered every turn. It starts to add up really fast. And then we'll get an ability score increase or feat, and I would go with Fey Touched, taking the +1 to intelligence. Some good choices for that first level spell would be either Silvery Barbs, Gift of Alacrity, or Bless. And then finally at Fighter level 5, we'll get extra attack. And then at level 9, we're going to take 1 level of Warlock. Unsurprisingly, we're going to be going with the Genie Patron, choosing the Dow option. With the Genie's Wrath feature, this will give us additional bludgeoning damage each turn when we hit with an attack. And doing bludgeoning damage is important with what we're going to take next level. At level 10, we're going to go back to Fighter. For Fighter level 6, we'll get another ability score increase or feat, and we're going to take the Crusher feat, giving us a +1 to our Constitution. This will increase our maximum hit points, and it'll give us a forced movement option we can use every turn to combo with our Grasping Arrow. And then for levels 11 through 20, we're just going to finish out in Fighter, going all the way to Fighter 16. We'll get 4 ability score increases or feats in that time. The first one I would take is Resilient Wisdom. This will be a nice boost to our defenses, as wisdom saves are really bad to fail later on into the game. And then for a similar reason, we'll take Lucky. This can help us defensively or offensively if we miss a really important attack. We do have to apply Grasping Arrow when we fire, not when we hit, so the Lucky feat will help us make sure we hit with those as well. And then I would take a +2 to intelligence just to cap us out at 20, and then lastly I would take the Alert feat to boost our initiative. And then we'll get 2 uses of Indomitable. This is not the best feature. I would probably only use it on saves you're proficient in. That way it has the highest chance of working. And then we'll pick up extra attack ×2, letting us make 3 attacks as part of our action. And then from Arcane Archer, we'll get Curving Shot, essentially letting us get a second chance to hit with our arcane shots, just not on the same target we went for the first time. And then we get Ever Ready Shot. When we're out of Arcane Shot uses, this gives us another one whenever we roll initiative. So once we get this feature, we should have Grasping Arrow once every combat. That's it for the build, but I do have 2 variations you could consider playing instead. If you don't think you'll need the Ever Ready Shot, you could instead take 2 levels of War Magic Wizard. We don't cast very many spells, if any at all, so the Arcane Deflection feature they get would be a really good defensive option for us we could use every turn. Another option is just not taking those 3 levels of Artificer. You would have to focus on dexterity and intelligence, but you would be able to get to 18th level Fighter and your arcane shots would scale to 4d6. But that's all I have for this one. If you guys would like to watch the last build in this series, which is a Path of the Giant Barbarian, you can check that out right here. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one.